everybody, MBG here today with Kenny Boucher from Next Level Painting, and we have two of our favorite things in the world, Chaos and Forge World, to show you today.
Oh yes, I have recently come around to Forge World, and now I love it.
This is the new Imperial Armour 13 Special Edition, which you can kind of tell by this sweet slipcase here that also features the book, and there's a nice little poster on the inside here that folds out to be quite big, actually. So we've got the book, which you've all probably seen this already featured online a lot, and the poster itself, which shows the incursions of chaos in the realms of the Imperial realms, which, judging from the poster, kind of doesn't seem like enough X's and O's on that, but anyways. And then the front is the actual, what we got here, the cover to the book. So pretty cool, very nice poster. It's very good material. It's like a thick laminate.
Very thick, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, this would definitely look good in anybody's.
It's all about the Plague Marines just chilling on the front cover.
Lots of good looking stuff there.
Those are my heat.
So then we've got the book here, which just came out, and we haven't seen the actual release of just the book, just this thing right here. We've just got the special edition, but it's pretty much a standard, Imperial Armour book. You got about 250 pages or so, and the larger English system. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's like A1 or something. I'm not really sure. I'm sure somebody out there will correct us.
It's written in a language that I can barely understand.
He looks at the pictures.
The pictures are the only way I can get through it.
So here's the contents of the book. Like I was saying, it's only about 200 pages. I was wrong. So we've got it basically breaks it down into certain sections. So we've got battle tanks, assault vehicles, heavy tanks, attack crafts, dreadnoughts, halberds. So of course you can read along at home. But the sections that I always like to read first are like the special rules and things like that, like the special war gear. In the back we have the Legacies of Ruin, the special rules for the book themselves, and then it gets into the actual meat and potatoes that I personally like, the Lords of the Abyss, which are the larger, greater demons and things like that. Yeah,
no doubt. That's definitely what's been like a rock star about this book is like these Legacies of Ruins, these new special rules.
Yeah.
Obviously the big guys are some of our favorite guys to play. It does seem like they've handed out 40K approved stamps on everything. So like, unfortunately, a lot of the big guys still are not 40K stamped, but like, there's a lots of other things that are now, for all intents and purposes, a part. Yeah, this, not so much this one line, but most of this right here, standard games are 40K approved. Very exciting.
And plus, we have this cool new Renegades and Heretics list. Yeah. That's basically
Lost in the Dam.
Yeah, it's so Lost in the Dam that hurts.
The old,
if you remember that.
The old LATD, man, that was the hotness.
Oh,
this is basically that. I know a lot of guys out there who were just sad when that Aya Terra Codex was like no longer a thing.
Invalidated.
Yeah.
That was so
everything we want as Chaos players is back in here.
Yeah, there's so much cool stuff in here. A lot of it's the same, a lot of it's cut and pasted over, and like me and Kenny were talking earlier, like, you've got the GW flair for Apocalypse, where they write the Apocalypse books, they write the Warzone books.
The thing is, it's like, being new to Apocalypse, I had to learn all this stuff. Like,
call me.
Or call you. I mean, I have on our shelf over here, I've got like all the Apocalypse books. Apparently none of them are the actual Apocalypse book. So I had to buy like the new ones. And like you can totally see when GW took over and they started writing the rules, they were like really overbalancing it. Because they are a game company and they were like, well, we want these things. The problem is you're paying 700 points for something, I don't want it to be overbalanced. I want it to be the murder face,
it's
Falcon punch to the crutch, like I want, and that's what I mean, and we have that. So like, we were just looking through this other Imperial Armour book, and we were noticing that a lot of these units have not changed.
The Imperial Armour Apocalypse from last July,
and so that's awesome. But like, there are some new things.
Yes, there's definitely some. Of course, we've got, and here's the official monikers and stamps and things. As you can see, we are 7th edition 40K. We have fantastic new things like Fortifications, Lord of Wars, and then we've got these new things here that basically their own army list: Chaos Renegades, Chaos Demons, Chaos Space Marines, and then everybody's familiar with these. They've been around forever.
Yeah. No, it's very streamlined now. Oh, I can't tell you how much I love. This is the poster, by the way.
It's the poster and the cover, so let's definitely zoom in on that because that's hot.
I mean, their photoshopping skills have gotten good. Like, they're definitely a bunch of their real models.
Yeah.
And then they've obviously taken a picture and photoshopped up some glowing effects and some water effects. I mean, like, this picture makes me happy.
I wouldn't want to live here.
No. Well, depends.
Yeah, it depends on how you look at it. Here's the back of the poster too, the Realms of the Imperium with the Chaos Incursions, which, like I said, I don't think there's nearly enough X's.
Seriously.
This should be full, I think, but that's okay. We'll just go with it. And then it gets into some more stuff, like if you're familiar with the Imperial Armor book, that's the War Machines of the Adeptus Astartes, this is all follows a similar pattern to how that looks, and then they go into notable Forge Worlds, and in here we have notable Hell Forges of the Dark Mechanicus. So that was kind of cool to see, because there's not a whole lot of fluff out there on that. And then we get into some other things here and there. This is a really neat, like the Traitor Astartes Carta Maleficus. This is pretty cool. There's obviously one in the normal book too as well, but I'd love to see a poster of that.
Just getting the chaos flavor. That's just so awesome. Like the quality is just amazing as usual. Slick ass, super thick stock pages, really good artwork. I mean, I love this book so far.
Yeah, we get into the actual battle tank section. Of course, there's going to be stuff in here that doesn't have new rules, or have rules adapted over for the Chaos flair to it, because you can take the upgrades, from the Chaos.
Yeah, I mean, basically everything that you love that the Astartes has, we have now too, a Chaos version of it.
Yeah.
The Chaos version of it is cheaper and has less ballistic skill, essentially.
And another cool thing too is the Malefic ammunition, which basically whatever it says, like the upgrade all its heavy bolters now become rending for the points cost.
Anyone who has access to it, this is like Chaos sideball ammunition. This is the heat.
So we got some cool stuff again, like some of the relics and things have come over that Chaos can now take, like the relic Sikaran. It also has the ability to take the Malefic ammunition as well. So it's pretty cool stuff to see. We got standard fare like Land Raiders, things like that. Then we got the Proteus, who also has the upgrade as well, and some other stuff as well as shooting attacks. I haven't read it all yet, but the stuff I have read has definitely impressed me, and I wanted to show you some of that, like the Land Raider Achilles. If you're listening to the webcast, the Forged Narrative webcast on Monday, we went over this guy because the quad mortar, the ability with the Fueled by Hate actually affects the quad mortar. Like its strength goes up and its AP goes down for every hull point.
Yeah, so basically you're having you have a Thunderfire cannon that's like AP3.
Yeah, it can get a little silly. The Armored Ceramite upgrade for this kind of makes it a little resilient to things, so it's not as easy to damage it. It's not quite as good as
Can I do my own hull points?
That's a little dicey. And then it just get into standard stuff like the Rhinos and things like that. But a cool addition is the new Chaos Fellblade that is pretty much legal for all of the stuff noted here. It's just basically a Baneblade, like a pre-heresy Baneblade.
It's got the super cannon. I've got one of these to paint here next month.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a neat tank, and Typhon Heavy Siege tank as well.
I've got one of those to paint too.
The cool thing about the Dreadhammer is it's ignores cover, so that was always fun. And Spartan should be there. It is Spartan Assault Tank. When you absolutely have to get a ton of dudes to the combat super quick, it is legal in 40K now, so that's pretty cool.
Is this the one that holds 20 models, 25 models?
Yes, it holds a ton. Yeah, 25.
I'm definitely gonna put some people in that.
Yeah, that seems good. Storm Eagle gunship has a cool upgrades as well. It doesn't have the rock pattern missiles, but it's still got a lot of stuff here.
Storm Eagle is no slouch. I was actually just talking to I'm actually getting pretty happy that Chaos has obviously some anti-air options now.
Yeah, there's some of the fighters like the Helltalon and the the Helltalon and the other one, I forget.
I love the Helltalon, but the thing is, I love these tanks too. The fire weapons and everything.
Yeah, they have a ton of shots.
The second that you start equipping them with the guns that you want, these things are quickly mid 200 price tag.
Yep.
That's fine. I pay that much money for a flyer, that many points for a flyer. But like the Helltalon, it's 160. It's more points than I want to pay, but it does have a twin last cannon and a twin Reaper auto cannon. So I feel like Chaos now has some obvious, as long as we can play these things, has some obvious anti-air options, because as a big-time Chaos player, that's my biggest weakness. I've literally no way to interact with people in there, because guess what? Eldrake is not going to vector strike your what is it? This new Space Wolf flyer.
Yeah.
It's not going to do anything. It's gonna just bounce off of it. It's stupid. So, but I want these.
Yeah, especially when you can upgrade them with the rending shots as well for extra points. But it starts getting pricey, just like you said.
It's going to be mid 200 point.
Thunderhawk, cool stuff.
Thunderhawk, is that a 40K approved stamp on a Thunderhawk gunship?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Put some put some Warsmiths in there and go to town. Here's the Hellblade we were talking about. It's got it can have a. It basically can do this cool thing. It can do a barrel roll, basically.
This one's cheap. I like this.
Yeah, this is the little ones.
This is not bad. Its war gear is 2 Reaper autocannons. So this thing has 8 twin-linked strength 7 shots for 100 points. This is basically what I believe what is that? Necron Flyer, Night Scythe?
Oh, the Scythe?
This is what a Night Scythe profile should be for its points. It should be armor 10, 0 points.
Without a ton of shots.
With its gun, you can give it. Like in my opinion, I think that its 100-point price tag matches this profile.
Without the troop capacity or no?
No, without troop capacity. This is what I'm saying is so this flyer is 100 points, has the profile that I think matches 100 points, has 8 twin-link strength 7 shots.
Yep.
This is a good take. This is obviously. I would snag up 2 of these all day for almost all my Chaos armies. It's easy to deal with, but it can get work done.
But you have to deal with it. That's the whole point.
It can get work done.
And it's got this cool thing, the Balfour Aberration. Wow, say that 10 times fast. The cool thing is it can do a barrel roll where it repositions itself at the start of the movement phase, d6 plus 2 inches in any directions, and can be over enemy models as well. So you basically get to move it forward, back, and then say, okay, I'm gonna turn my facing and go. So you can do a barrel roll, you can do a backwards roll, you can do a front flip. Either way, it's pretty awesome.
It also gets basically it's to mark a unit, and it gets reroll 1s on the wound chart.
Wow, that's so good. That almost is like making it
to armor penetrate too. So you can say I believe it says at the start of play.
Oh, the type.
The start of play, you can pick one of these. So you can.
Good lord.
So you can actually pick, that. So you can pick fly monsters creature, gargantuan creature.
Armor pens that roll the wounds against chosen model. Wow, that's pretty good. Because it's strength 7 already, but so come on. And it has rending. What?
So, does it?
Yeah, Hellstorm Autocamp. Wow, how did we miss this the first time?
Wait.
Okay, so I'm going to go to Forge World later and buy some of these.
Hold up. It can buy that. So,
right,
the Hellblade may replaces 2 Reaper autocannons with 2 Hellstorm autocannons. A Hellstorm autocannon is heavy 3 twin-link rending. I feel like that is what you do.
Yeah. Oh no, it's only 15-point upgrade.
You lose. So you get 2 Hellstorm autocannons. So you get 6 twin-link rending shots for 15 points. Okay, that's what you do. It's 115 points.
Wow.
You do this. I'm all about this for chaos. This is obvious anti-air.
Sign me up. And then we've got the big one, the Hell Talon.
The big one,
not quite as good.
The big one is dead too.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that one anymore. It's got some ignore couple missiles. Dreadclaw, we've seen this. It didn't really change much. The Charybdis as well.
Yeah,
next page here, still pretty much the same.
If you want to play a drop pod army, you have sort of that ability.
This is the hotness. Are you guys ready for this one? All right, so check this out. Lord of the Long War. It's got a lot of similar upgrades to the normal price Dreadnought stuff. It's basically a Mark V Pharaoh that's been warped over to Chaos. But the cool stuff is it's got these different things that you can take, like Lord of the Long War. You have to pay 25 points for this. Totally worth it still. Hosted Demonic Icon, or Iron, or Destroyer of Cities. Lord of the Long War basically means if this suffers an exploded result, and only an exploded result, it can't be removed from play and all that, you roll on this chart. 5 to 6, it basically becomes a Demon Prince. 3 to 4, you re-roll the Armor Pen result. 1 to 2, it becomes a spawn, which is still cool. It blows up, but you get a spawn.
So not a wrecked result, but a full-on explosion.
Right, full-on explosion.
So basically, you have no fear of putting these things in harm's way.
Yep. Or you can just run them forward and then...
odds are, one of these is going to happen. Any 2 in any combination. But if you're playing on these odds right here, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, he becomes a Demon Prince or he's not destroyed essentially.
Yeah,
is the way I look at this.
Still alive.
So you can really put this guy in people's faces.
And then you've got the normal marks and things like that right here.
Yeah, and here's something to talk about. Dedicating to Khorne matters now.
Yeah. Rage and Rampage is kind of ridiculous.
Also, when you become that just reminds me, anything that's a demon of Khorne now, gets a new sync benefit. I've seen people on the interwebs talking about it already.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. The Legacies of Ruin, which are similar to the Legacies of Glory for Space Marines, in the back of the book are pretty good. Emperor's Shield and Sonic Dreadnought, kind of pretty much the same. Contemptor Dreadnought didn't really change much. No Skyfire ability, unfortunately. Yeah,
these guys are not the answer. They're not the truth
that I saw. No. And then it's got Then we get into the Demon Engines, which is Kenny's favorite.
Oh yeah.
So you've got the cool things like the Greater Brass Scorpion of Corn.
He's back.
Which his rules changed back over from the Pandorax Warzone expansion to what they were in the Imperial Armour Apocalypse, which came out in July 2000.
He's got the extra stomps. He's got the ignore cover on his main gun.
Yeah, this is really good.
3d6 charge. I mean, he is full on straight back.
Yeah, he
has it when I die too.
Oh, he does have it.
So they carted that over.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, like,
wow, he's good.
He's good.
Yeah, he's definitely worth it. 700 points. Bloodslaughters of Corn are kind of cool. They just don't really have an ability to get into the fray too quick. So I like the Chaos Rapier because you can take some of the things that are on the Forge Fiend, but it gets a little pricey at 40 plus these. You start getting up around 60 points per. But it's just something to think about. Chaos Decimator is pretty much the same. It does pretty much the same stuff there. We just have semi-official rules.
So what was that last thing we were just looking at? I think you were just talking about
the Rapier.
What is the Rapier? Is that the tiny
a little
one?
little treaded vehicle, kind of from. I think it was originally a Necromunda back in the day.
What's its stat line?
Right here. It's just it's a artillery piece.
It's an artillery piece.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. This can actually be really interesting. I was thinking, like you were saying, these things are expensive, but that's kind of interesting. It comes with a crew and everything.
Yeah, and then you can upgrade them too because there's these different things. Where is it? Well, this one you take separately, but I think there's a different one you can take in the Renegades section in the back.
Yeah, there is. This is pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm all about something like that.
Because it's got good stats. They got leadership. Because this is basically, that's why it's Chaos Space Marine Crew. The one in the back's for Imperial Guardsmen. So you can buy them a leadership upgrade, which is still pretty good. Blight Drones, kind of like, we secretly want these to be good. Hull points too, but they are Demon and Nurgle, so they're shrouded.
The problem with these is like they have no anti-air answer. They harass the ground.
Yeah.
And Chaos needs anti-air solutions, not more ground boots to the ground, like, you know.
They do okay on the ground right now as it is. Then we've got the Plague Hulk of Nurgle, which another fan favorite. I mean, that thing just looks awesome, but you know, it's basically a soul grinder. At the end
it hasn't really changed. Like a lot of these things, like you said, if you're familiar with them from Imperial Armour, you know what they do.
Titans, super. You know, we've seen this before. They got some new or some old. I think these are the same ones actually. No, they're different. So these are a little bit different. They definitely cost a lot more now. And the points went down slightly, I believe, on that. So it's a little bit different, but it's kind of cool to see. Definitely still, and you can take the upgrades.
Well, here's the main thing here: is that it was just a demon, I think, before.
Yeah, it was just demonic.
So one of the things I always thought was interesting about taking a Chaos version was I was like, damn, for free you get 5+ vulnerable because you're a demon. Well, guess what? It's not free.
No, it's factored into the point.
You have to pay 100 points.
Yeah.
So we're about to compare the price tag from the old one.
That's $14.60.
And how many? Oh, it's exactly the same. Never mind.
It is exactly the same.
Literally, it's a port. We'll even show you. Put it in frame. Like this page right here is identical to this page over here. They just flipped it.
Aligned with corn. Yeah, it's literally the same.
So we're back to all our favorite rules in one book.
Maybe we just need to read read a little bit more. Chaos Warhound Titan.
Well, it's like we said, it's not our fault. We've been conditioned over.
There's so many books. It's hard to keep up.
Well, I mean, like in 40K especially, like, you know, we love this game, but we've been conditioned over the last, 45 years to believe that this is not
was evil. Yeah,
this is not the game.
You can't have Forge World in your armor.
So we don't know these things. Like, I mean, now that we're getting into them. They're finally putting them into one source that makes sense. I don't have to track them down. So I'm really happy about this. I will gladly play the price tag for how amazing this book is and all the pictures and artwork. But there's not a lot of new things. There are some new things that, like, we're talking about. Like, every time you turn a Dreadnought into a Demon Prince, you're going to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, definitely. So we got the Renegades and Heretics list, which are basically like the Lost in the Dam. Boom. Right there. So it's almost like they knew what they were doing. It's got a lot of different special rules, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more talk about this. But basically, there's kind of some things you have to do. They have this thing called Uncertain Worth, where it affects their leadership, and there's other you can buy enforcers and things like that to upgrade the leadership abilities. And then you've got Curse Mutations and different Chaos Covenants and things. You can put these on your troops, and the cool thing is somebody pointed out to us, I think, Patrick. pointed out that this right here helps you make snapshots against invisible units.
Snapfires BS, BS 2 instead of BS 1.
Yeah, so that's definitely kind of cool. I mean, even though they're already low ballistic skill, so shooting a snapfire, 60, 70 of these dudes.
Hitting on 5s against an invisible unit doesn't suck, especially and even it's good. This basically think of Imperial like total Trader Guard. Everything Imperial Guard has, Chaos has now.
They definitely have a bunch of it. Then you got your demagogues and things like that. So let's just kind of look at some of the stuff. Renegade Command Squad is pretty much the same, although it doesn't come with a refractor field for the Arch Demagogue, which is basically the company commander. Then we've got, where is it? So the Enforcers Cadre basically helps you with leadership, from what I can see. Different things here and there. You got Renegade Chaos Spawn. It's got that whole Lost in the Dam feel to it. You want to talk about
Renegade Chaos Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening? Can they take?
Yeah, these are ones I was telling you about.
Can they get marked?
You cannot mark these. No.
Can it do units?
Just 3. I think it's supposed to be these, but I'm not really sure.
They're not very. What's their? I need stuff.
Yeah, they're not.
I'm all about this.
You can also splash in some of the stuff from the front of the book as well, and there's another chart in here.
Yeah, this is an army list.
Right? Yeah, it's basically.
This is a new army.
It had its own warlord traits. Like it's got a lot of stuff.
This is a new codex for play in Warhammer 40K.
And then we've got the Renegade Mutant Rabble right here as well. Kind of cool, but not quite what we want to talk about. That is going to be right here, the Plague Zombie Horde.
Yes, Plague Zombie Horde. 50 zombies with 4+ field on pain for 3 points each. Obviously the right price tag.
And to get them, all you have to do is just unlock the...
let me ask you a question. The guy that you buy to unlock these, is he 230 points?
Yeah, I think that's what Typhus costs.
So that's what Typhus costs. And his zombies are 4 points and they have 5+ field on pain.
Yeah.
So how much do I have to pay to unlock this zombie horde?
45 points.
That's appropriate.
I like it. But you can only get one, and you can only get, what?
You can only get 50 of them.
No. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then you got your veterans and things like that. But remember, the leadership's affected by the uncertain worth and things like that. And then you get into the vehicles, which are all very similar. It seemed like there was a typo on this page I was told about, but I haven't found it yet.
I literally will never know of that typo.
There's no picture on that page.
Yeah, it's dead to me.
Lots and lots of cool stuff. Let's get to what we wanted to show you with the stuff in the back of the book here.
Yes, this is my heat.
Which is, here we are. These are the Legacies of Ruin, which, like I said earlier, are basically like the Legacies of Glory for Chaos Space, or for normal Space Marines. You can take one for every 1,000 points of models, and you can also only take the same one in per army. Yep. So you got a couple of special rules right here as well. And basically how it works, they give you 2 points cost, super heavy and regular.
Yeah.
So let's
something has to carry this legacy.
So there's some pretty cool stuff. Kenny really likes the First War Armageddon because, of course, it benefits Khorne.
Khorne. You know what Khorne needs to love? We always talk about that. Like earlier, like last night, we were talking about a Khorne Soul Grinder. It's the cheapest of the soul grinders. It doesn't get any benefit whatsoever from the mark of Khorne, but now it does. If somebody has this, all demons of Khorne have +1 to their vulnerable save within 6 inches. It looks like.
Yep.
So now, if you're the kind of guy who wants like a Khorne themed army, like now your soul grinders are popping off with 4+ invulnerables, and obviously I don't have to tell you that a cursed earth turns that into a 3+ invulnerable. So I mean, there's a lot of combos for those Khorne players out there. Yeah, you got love for Khorne, and you feel like you've been left in the dirt. This is your solution right here.
Yep. It's pretty cool, and it's pretty well priced too. And you can put it on something big, so it radiates out.
It's incredibly aggressively pointed. Like it's 25 points to slap it on a super tank that we want it to take whole points anyway. Yep. So you can say, I've got the tank with the super cannon. That if I take whole points, my super cannon gets better. But I don't want to shoot your super tank because you get better. But my super tank has the thing that makes all my guys better too.
Oh, I'm so torn. So what do?
I mean, there's a lot of cool combos there.
Then they've got vessels, which basically you bind a demon to your tank, for lack of a better description. It's kind of like your own personal demon forge there.
I'm all about demon forge.
Some cool stuff to definitely think about, and I always like reading these first, is the special rules and things like that. So you got Infernal Relics, they work a little different. Basically, you can have than normal Space Marines, where you needed a Master of the Forge or something like that. Now you can just take Abaddon, or you can take a Chaos Sorcerer. It's like, okay.
It's so good.
That sounds pretty good.
I want it.
And then lots of special rules that pertain to things in here, some different things here and there. Then you've got the vehicle summary, which kind of shows you what's in here and its stats.
Are you saying that section summarizes vehicles?
And this one summarizes weapons as well.
I just want to clarify that.
Yep, no, it's good. Appendix 3, Lords of the Abyss. This is all the big stuff we talked about in the beginning of this video.
Like we said, we've done a little bit of research. We've gone through Imperial Armor. Not a lot of things have changed here from the Imperial Armor days.
But definitely don't forget about these guys at the back of the book. They do lack the legal for 40K stamp, but
it's interesting that the Reaver Titan has the 40K stamp, but not these guys.
Yeah, but not Angrath the Unbound. So lots of dudes in the back of this book.
It's also upsetting that Giant Spawn didn't get it. They're not even that crazy.
No, they're really not. It's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird. I would love to sit down with these guys one day just to figure out where their head's at. Not like in a negative way. I just want to know why they, where they come to their.
Yeah, like how do you point things like that here and there. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. I know it was a long video, but we tried to bring it all to you and give our little take on it because I don't know if you can. In this room, there's at least 2 people that love chaos. So that's all I know. We're big fans.
Yeah, we're gonna convert all.
Yeah. So make sure you stay in the trenches, subscribe to this YouTube channel, check out the blog, spikeyBitsblog.com, and listen to our podcast, forgenarrative.net. Oh, and if you need miniatures painting, check out nextlevelpainting.com/blogspot.
You got it all backwards. I think that our website is forgenarrative.com and my website is nextlevelpainting.net.
Whatever. Bye, guys.